Champions, champions, champions. How y'all doing out there, man? What's up with y'all, man? It is the homie, Mainman, Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. You can bet that, man. Once again, it's on. Once again, it is an honor and a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? What's up to the fam? Salute to everybody that catches this live, and definitely a salute to everyone that catches this on the playback, man. I'm just breezing on through for a brief minute. Just want to drop a good word, man. Y'all know I'm still under the weather, fight fans, so it's gonna be a brief one today. I said that shit yesterday, man. Y'all caught me up on this joint for like an hour and a half, and I paid for that shit. You can believe that, you know what I mean? But shit, man, I've been in the bed all day, so I need to get up, stretch my legs, man, and why not? I got a little energy, man. Just jump on here, talk a little boxing. You feel me? So, been checking out a lot of the boxing headlines. I got more than enough time, you know what I'm saying, to do such. And I ain't feeling nothing that's out here, man. I don't care much for today's stories. I think that Floyd Mayweather story about Deontay Wilder that's floating around, or him criticizing Wilder, I just think that is what's the surprise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been down this magical road before, fight fans. And salute to everybody that's coming on in. I see y'all, man. Excuse while I blaze content. What's up with you, man? Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boxing Logics United. Myron, how you, fam? How you? How you? I'm cooling, man. I can't call it. I might spoil it. You already. You know what I'm saying? Mike Rhyme, my main man. Mike Rhyme. Mike, what's up, Mike? We getting closer, Mike. We getting closer to the wreckage of Sean Porter. You can bet that, fam. How you though, man? How you feeling, man? I hope you're cooling, fam. Hope you're cooling, man. But let me just say, man, about this Floyd and Wilder thing real quick, man. Like, who cares what Floyd got to say about this? Like, why people acting surprised, I will never understand. Floyd has been one of the biggest anti-Deontay Wilder people that I can ever remember. Floyd has always been anti-Wilder. Nothing new under the sun. This is the same cat. This is the same cat. This is the same cat, man, that promoted Deontay Wilder and still was dissing him. So it ain't nothing beyond reproach from Floyd Mayweather's criticism. I mean, when it come to Wilder and Floyd, they ain't never been on the same page. I just never understood that. It's one thing to criticize people, but you promoting him in that second fight, right? It was Mayweather Promotions, if I'm not mistaken, that promoted Deontay Wilder. And you didn't even show up for the fight. And you his biggest critic in the world. Oh, hell nah. So who gives a damn what Floyd got to say? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. What's up, man? Coach Kennedy on deck. What's up, man? I can't call it. How you feeling, bro? Salute to you, man. Salute to you, man. Mike say, man, keep wishing upon a star because it's showtime, a.k.a. no time, a.k.a. slow time. Whatever you want to call it, man. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So let me say this, though. The news I do want to talk about it today that is very interesting, and I think we're getting closer to this because I'm curious. I'm very curious, and that is Eddie Hearn. I'm looking at Eddie Hearn, man. And, we got Eddie Hearn putting Dillion Whyte into a fight with Otto Wallin. That's not a no win. That's not a guaranteed win, right? Dillion Whyte can easily lose that fight. And I'm actually favoring Otto Wallin to beat Dillion Whyte, truth be told. Then you look at Anthony Joshua, who going to have to take on Oleksandr Usyk in a rematch, which means that Eddie Hearn is in a position where his two top premier heavyweights can possibly lose. And if Anthony Joshua lose for the second time in a row, then what? What happens to that spectacle? And if Dillion Whyte loses after being the mandatory or the WBC something for whatever amount of days and don't get that WBC shot, what happens? He goes back to the dustbin. I mean, he already got a few losses. He been put on his ass a few. The point I'm trying to make, fight fans, is this is a big-ass gamble for Eddie. I mean, I got to give him respect for it, truth be told. A lot of y'all like to go around and diss them. Hey, look, what promoter doing some shit like this? I got Oscar De La Hoya, right? Oscar De La Hoya won't even put Ryan Garcia into nothing because he's scared to lose his cash cow. Won't put Virgil Ortiz in there with Terrence Crawford, scared to lose his cash cow. So what the hell? They won't even do that. But this dude taking his two top dudes, heavyweights, and putting them in extremely dangerous fights. Now I'm going to say this. I need one of these dudes to win, man. I like, hey, look, man, fuck all that. I know it ain't all about the race and stuff, all that, but I need one of the brothers to win, man. I mean, I can't have Dillion Whyte, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua losing to some damn Otto Wallin, Tyson Fury, and Oleksandr Usyk. That's just, I mean, but that's a real live possibility. That's a real live possibility, which means that the heavyweight fights that we was talking about just, I don't know, 6 months ago, all of them shits are gone. If these two men don't win, or the fights may still be on the table, but to what degree? I mean, who tripping off really saying it like that? I mean, real shit. Like everything that all of these big fights that was supposed to be the biggest marquee heavyweight fights, Wilder and Whyte, Joshua and Wilder, right? All of this stuff, these big old spectacle of a fights, none of this shit might not even happen. I'm being 100. Don't be surprised if Otto Wallin outboxes Dillion Whyte. Dillion Whyte gonna have to come forward and try to hit Wallin with something hard. That's what he do. Whenever Dillion Whyte has no success with his boxing, he throws caution out the window. He throws caution out the window, and he just comes forward, man, and he does his thing, throwing a bunch of punches and bunches, trying to knock somebody out. So the point I'm trying to make is, Sade, if that don't work, in which Otto Wallin can box, and he can take a punch, and he can punch himself, Dillion Whyte ain't guaranteed to win that damn fight. And I see Anthony Joshua over there with Canelo, kicking it with Canelo in the Reynoso gym. I see everybody talking about that shit. And I think it's a good look, truth be told. I think it's a good look because what Eddie Reynoso teaches to his fighters is something that Anthony Joshua can definitely use, especially against Oleksandr Usyk. You know, I hope Anthony Joshua didn't look at Frank Sanchez the other night and say, oh, I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. I want to box like Sanchez. No, Sanchez is has an amateur pedigree, bro. He got an amateur experience. He's a Cuban-style fighter. The man is fundamental to the core. That's who he is. That was before Reynoso. So don't get that twisted. But at the end of the day, one thing that Reynoso teaches his fighters, coming forward, moving at the waist, upper body movement, working behind combination punching, and to have a killer instinct to a certain degree. You look at what he did with Valdez, right? Aside from the juice, right? But you look at what he did with Valdez. You look at what he did with Canelo, aside from the juice, right? Damn. But you still look at what he did with Canelo. You look at what he did with Andy. Andy slimmed down, but you go back to that Arreola fight, and he was fighting in that same style that you see Canelo and Valdez and them fighting, and coming forward, moving at the waist, trying to move at the waist. Only difference with Andy, he ain't perfected it yet, and they got him put on his ass. But that's what he teaches his fighters. And honestly, that's something that AJ need to take away, Andy Ruiz being put on his ass. See, Andy trying to learn on the job. And if you're going over there to pick up something from Reynoso, it takes some time. That's nothing you're going to get down in one fight. People like, yo, man, he should get rid of McCracken. I don't think so. I'm disagreeing with that. I don't think he should get rid of McCracken. I think he should keep McCracken right there where he at. I'm not going crazy over that loss that AJ has to Usyk. I think everybody else is jumping out the window for no reason. I don't see what the big deal is. I think he lost in the championship round. So fucking what? The man didn't get stopped. The man didn't get really thoroughly beat up like that. Absolutely not. I don't know what the big deal is. I see all of these publications out here writing these articles about Usyk like he the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, what the hell? Man, pity patted us to death. They trying to make it like Joshua don't have no form of victory to come back to. Can't make it back to victory. Disagree. But if he can pick up a couple pointers from Reynoso, I think that's a good look. If anything, you know, he ain't got to leave McCracken. This is just coming over here, picking up some pointers if that's what he's doing. Now, keep in mind, the first time AJ came over here, he visited the Mayweather gym. Now, just because he took a bunch of pictures and was hanging out with Mayweather doesn't mean that he was allowing Floyd Mayweather Sr. to train him, right? It just means that he was just going over there, maybe picked up a few pointers, talked to a couple people, and kept it pushing. We know Eddie Reynoso's relationship with Eddie Hearn is solid right now. Eddie Reynoso loves some Eddie Hearn. Him and Canelo, they love them some Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn is doing a fight by fight thing with them, allowing them to do their co-promotion thing and the whole nine. Ain't messing that up or nothing. He's been nothing but honest with him. He's been setting Canelo up with easy work for an astronomical amount of money. They love Eddie Hearn right now. So Eddie, like, look, man, he leaning on Reynoso, like, can you do me a favor and he can get his ass in gear or do something with him? A lot of the criticism after AJ Laws was he need to come to America and get some American training. I think Reynoso is a decent fit. I think it's a decent fit. You know what I'm saying? What up, Brennan Smith? Brennan Smith, how you feeling, man? Appreciate you slide through. Hit that thumbs up for me, y'all. Hit that thumbs up for the homie. You know what I'm saying? Mike say, yo, Wilder's on his own side. He don't like to listen to nobody. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hear that criticism about him. He don't like to listen to nobody. But I don't know one fighter that don't develop an ego. Now, you always got to be receptive to training, though. And that's most important. If you ain't receptive, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't tripping off him leaving Breland, because at the end of the day, he clearly wasn't receptive to Breland. You know what I'm saying? Or for whatever reason, that's listening to how Wilder was talking. He like, y'all don't know Mark like I know Mark, and this, that, there's no chemistry there. There's distrust there. There's doubt there. It's beautiful to see Mark Breland coming out doing what he did on social media and trying to exhibit what Wilder, I guess, should have done by jabbing, going backwards, and using his footwork. That was actually pretty cool. He ain't say a word. He just went on there, just did his little video and kept it pushing. I actually respect that. I do. I respect that. But Breland needs to get it. That wasn't the reason. It wasn't about, you know, whether you were right. It was about that he just wasn't fucking with you, bro. It's like you can't force a triangle through a circle, fight fans. People got this notion where it's like, you know, we feel him sorry for whatever reason. That there's so much more to that story that people ain't talking about. I mean, yeah, Mark Breland broke protocol and this, that, and the third, but there was also problems before that. You cannot have a fighter who don't fuck with his trainer and then think that he gonna just keep training him. He's not being receptive to him. You see what I'm saying? Whatever reason. Now, I mean, Wilder went into whole other areas about Mark Breland. These shit don't make the articles, I notice. This stuff don't make a lot of videos, I notice. We covered it all day. Y'all already know. But Wilder went into a lot of areas when it came to Breland, from gambling to disloyalty to the other corner, to his former gym. There's a lot to that story. There's a lot of distrust there. So it's beautiful to see Breland doing what he was doing. But that's just part of it, Holmes. That's just part of it. He don't fuck it. Strategy is just part of it. He didn't, y'all two wasn't linking up on strategy. The other part is he just didn't fuck with you. He met you through somebody. You a friend of a friend. I mean, that's just called, y'all don't want to talk like that, but that's just the facts. That man said, I ain't even got my fighter's phone number. What the hell? That tells you there ain't no chemistry there, man. It ain't no reason to crap on Breland. You dig? It ain't no reason to just look down on Breland. Is a good man. And Breland need to go find himself another fighter. That's all it is to it. I'll be looking forward to the next fighter that Mark Breland coaches. I swear, I'll be looking forward to the next to the next fighter that Mark Breland coaches. Whoever that fighter may be, I'm going to be tuning in like a mug. And who knows? He may have better chemistry with that particular fighter. That doesn't mean, it's just that him and Wilder ain't working out. It's a lot of, that story plays out a lot. Now, back to AJ and McCracken. I don't think that AJ should sack McCracken. No, I just don't think so. Maybe he need to add some people to the corner. Maybe going to seek some new tutelage. But to say he should leave McCracken, I just don't think that's the way to go. Y'all, I told y'all be jumping out the window, bro. I don't be understanding y'all want to blow the whole game plan up. Like it's beyond reproach of him beating Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk ain't do jack shit. Ain't do jack shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Ashton Almond. What's up, man? He say, yo, what has race got to do with it? Let the best man win. Yeah, let the best man win. That's all nice and dandy. Yeah, we already know that spirit is already here, bro. We there already. Don't get it twisted, Ashton Almond. almond brown. You know what I'm saying? Don't get so twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about that. We just having a little fun. I still need a brother to win. Fuck all that. I ain't gonna sit back and be happy about Wilder, Whyte, and AJ losing. You say what you want, Almond. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I need a brother to win. You know, but that the may the best man win spirit is always here. Always. And it ain't about like race like that. It's just shit talk. You dig? Stop being so PC. Damn, this PC world get on my damn nerves. This 2021 shit, you gotta watch everything you say. Oh, I'm so offended. I'm just so offended, man. Why would you say something like that? I can't believe it. In this day and age, y'all, stop it. Be free. Say what the hell you want to say. I'm not trying to offend no one, but I need a brother to win. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? And we going to stand right there. I need one of these cats to win. You know what I'm saying? Brennan say, yo, plan is going to win. I say it first. Oh, yeah, it's a good call. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting closer, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see, bro. Plant. I see that cut ain't all the way. Everybody thought that cut was nothing. Everybody thought that cut was just a scratch. Okay. If it was just a scratch, then why is it still right there so pronounced? Y'all seen some recent pictures of Plant? That cut ain't gone nowhere. You're going to be target practice. I'm trying to tell you. DJ Zion Love, what's up, fam? How you, man? I'm chilling. Salute to you, man. Salute, King. Salute to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. William, what's up, William? How you doing, man? I can't call it, man. Good evening. Listening to you from the gym in Northern Ireland, man. Salute to Northern Ireland, man. Always riding with me, William Smith. William was giving me the blues over Fury, bro. I tell you, man. But your man won in the end, man. Your man won in the end. I got a lot to say about this Wilder talk. Talk to me, coach. You want to get a link? Let me know, fam. I got time. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know. But if not, put it in there. You know, I'll read it. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Brennan says, my favorite fighter is Tank. It's Tank and Plant. Good call. Good fighters. Both good fighters. Tank from the DMV. I'm from the DMV, Brennan. That's why you rocking with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a good fight, man. It's a good. Both of them good fighters. I mean, good fighters. Good fighters. Yeah, man, I'm chilling, man. Hey, what's up, Demone? What's up, man? Demone Daniels on deck, man. Salute to you, man. I'm chilling. But you look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Y'all gotta understand something, man. I got to have a brother win, man. I got to have one of these cats win. And right now, and Eddie Hearn, most importantly, got to have one of these dudes win, or he gonna be finished at heavyweight. Who else he got? There ain't nobody else. Ain't gonna be nobody else. It's gonna be Usyk, Fury, and Wallin. It's gonna be, if one of these dudes don't win, it's gonna be Usyk, Fury, and freaking Wallin, though, on top of the heavyweight division. And that's just real shit. That's gonna sting a lot of boxing fans to think about that, but run it around in your computer. Just run it around in your head, man. Run it around in your computer. Is it far-fetched what Mainman is saying right now? Is it too far-fetched to believe that Dillion Whyte gonna lose to Otto Wallin? Oh man, hell nah. Otto Wallin can box his ass off. I seen Dillion Whyte lose to a 40-year-old, and you telling me that Otto Wallin can't make that happen? Now I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm gonna take a little bit of pleasure though in seeing Dillion Whyte get his ass whooped. That ain't gonna act. I ain't gonna fake like I ain't gonna take a little bit of pleasure in that. But at the end of the day, I still want one of them to win. If I had my preference, I want AJ to win. I want AJ to win. But he got a freaking uphill battle, fam. He got a uphill battle, man. DJ Zion Love says AJ and Dillion both deserve to lose, and they both dissed Wilder. AJ and Dillion both deserve to lose. They both dissed Wilder. So if that's the case, I got you, coach. I got you. If that is the case, you're gonna be good with those folks being on top, DJ Zion Love. You're gonna be good with Tyson Fury. You're gonna be good with Otto Wallin, and you're gonna be good with Oleksandr Usyk running the heavyweight division. That link in the chat, coach. Link in the chat. I'm dying to hear your thoughts about Deontay Wilder. You know, but you're gonna be good with that. You're gonna be good with that. Let me know, man. I don't know how happy y'all be with that, but it is what it is. Hey, DJ say, yeah, I'm gonna be good with that. Hey, link in the chat, man. Anybody, any of the fan want to come rock out, man? Yeah, man. But that's mainly for Coach Kennedy right there. You say you good with that, huh? I hear you, fam. I don't know, man. I'm just letting that be known, bro. Otto Wallin, Tyson Fury. Now Tyson is Tyson. Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. Nothing nobody can do about that. Nothing nobody can do about that. But when it comes to Wallin and Usyk, hey man, I don't know where we standing at. I don't know where we standing at. Damone Daniel says, "Hey, bet on Bud, man." Oh shit, how about that? Definitely betting on Bud, bro. Tripling down on Bud. You know what I mean? The stop Sean Porter. Bet on the stoppage. How about that? I take it one further. Bet on the stoppage. You know what I mean? You bet on the stoppage, man. Bet on the stoppage. DGO, how you doing, man? What's up, fam? He says Hearn only making great fights. He ain't ducking like Heyman. I respect that move. Like I said, man, I respect it. I mean, he ain't coming up with. I know he got to be worried sick. I know he got to be worried sick because things can go left. I know he got to be. I mean, worried sick. You know what I'm saying? If I'm him, I'm worried. Man. If AJ lose, what you doing? Who you got? You know what I mean? And if White lose, ain't no way to go, bro. And then after that mandatory situation, and he ain't never get his shot, he shout. Hey, Coach Kennedy, what's up, man? Coach Kennedy, you hear me fine?
Yep, man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear, man. What's up with you, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, shit, I can't call it, man. I can't call it, man. You say you got some words for on Deontay Wilder, man. Let me know how you feeling about this, Coach. And I know I'm gonna give you a minute. I'm gonna give you a minute to break this down because I'm gonna be all ears.
Yeah, I seen your last video concerning Wilder, right?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Are you? Which? Yeah, you talking about the one about the broken hand? You hear me?
No, not the broken hand. The one.
Oh, the one about
Fury
and shake
up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't shake Fury hand. Hey, you got a lot of feedback coming towards our way.
Oh, sorry, 1 second.
All right.
Oh no. Oh, is it better now?
Yeah, I hear it's like your microphone bumping up against something. You got the microphone bumping up against your shirt or something. Yeah, it got. Woo.
What about now?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, so yeah, what I'm gonna say is, with the whole Wilder thing, right? I understand, sportsmanship, right? Wilder lost the first fight, good. The first fight was a draw, right? They all embraced, right? Second fight, Wilder lost, right? And they still embraced, right? You get what I'm saying? So I see people running around saying Wilder be giving a lot of excuses and all of that, right? But like you always say, check your archives and all of that, right? Yeah, let's look at it. Wilder never gave a lot of excuses until Fury said he wasn't going to fight him no more. All Wilder said was, suit was heavy and my corner threw in the towel. That's the first thing Wilder said. When all those other stuffs kept coming out like, spiked and everything, nobody heard it from Wilder. It was out in the open, but nobody heard it from Wilder. Yeah, so Wilder had to go to court cases and all of that with Fury. They lost a lot of money, for the court case. You get what I'm saying? They won the case at the end of the day, but they lost a lot of money in the case. So I'm just saying, for me, I feel like the man doesn't respect the man because of that, you're taking away my rights. You get what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people, going at Wilder saying after all the excuses. You get what I'm saying? I felt like that's how the man wanted to go. I wasn't surprised about the hat the man put off because after Luis Ortiz, anybody that watches Wilder knows Wilder always had that hat. You get what I'm saying? So that's all. I just wanted the man to win. You know what I'm saying? So with Wilder, you get what I'm saying? You don't think
so? So you think it's justified that he didn't shake his hand? You think it's okay?
Not necessary. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's up to the man. You get what I'm saying? He has to do what he wants to do. You get what I'm saying? None of us are going to tell somebody how they feel about certain kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? Personally, I feel like it's justified because a lot of us I'm not saying nobody's in support of beef. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, but my thing is if you go back to that moment when Wilder was in the corner, his words to Fury was, "I don't respect you. I don't respect you. No. Dog, you got in a situation and then Fury didn't come over there talking no trash. He came over there to bury the hatchet. It was over because the trilogy was over. You don't carry that shit through your life, bro. You don't take that outside the ring and then go forward in your life, and you just got all this bitterness and malice towards the man. Y'all gave each other 3 fights, and most importantly, y'all did combat. Y'all didn't. Y'all wasn't. You hear me? I hear you. You hear me, Coach Kennedy? You hear me?
Man.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you clear. Hello, Coach Kennedy. I think he must have lost service. You hear me? You coming in and out, Coach Kennedy. You hear me? You hear me? Hello. I think we lost Coach. Hey, come on back in, Coach. I'll wait for you to come back before I pick that back up. I don't want to start talking about it here. I want him to, we can have a good dialogue about this, man. Yeah, man. There you go. You hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry.
All right. Crystal clear. Yeah. Nah, yeah. What I was saying is that, at that moment when they was in the corner, right? Like he was saying, okay, I don't respect you. My thing is, bro, y'all did 3 fights where y'all made each other very rich. He beat you in combat. This ain't football, basketball, baseball. He beat you in combat. And if you don't congratulate the man who beat you in combat, especially when you had so long to prepare, you said you left no stone unturned. You did everything. Y'all gave each other 3 fights. Y'all gonna be back to y'all families rich as shit. What is there to have malice about? Y'all could have hurt each other. Y'all could have killed one another. You respect the man that beat you and when you give your best effort and that wasn't good enough, all you got left is respect. If not, you just looking like a hater.
Yeah. I do understand that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand the point. You get what I'm saying? But, like, I just feel like I'm not, like, really against the whole thing. Like, at the end of the day, Wilder is his own man. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell him how he felt. And as for McBrillion, like you always say, Wilder didn't fire McBrillion because I don't think Wilder believes McBrillion spiked his water or any of that. He just said all that stuff, I think the main thing was, I'm going to war. I don't want anybody to throw in a towel for me. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, we look into the fight 3, like, Wilder could have, gotten the win. I'm not saying, like, he would have won or anything, but, like, he could have, edged the win in that fight too. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go into, like, all the whole talk of the slow count, all of that shit is it's down the bridge. Like, I don't care, you get what I'm saying? Like, like, it happens. Like, we're still gonna support Wilder either ways, you get what I'm saying? But for McBrillion, people should stop making it seem like, you get what I'm saying? Like
he an angel.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, as a coach, I feel like as a coach, if a fighter someone is not receptive to you, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Why do you keep training them?
It's a lost cause. I mean, he not picking up on what you giving him, or he don't want to hear it because he got other reasons. What I believe he mad at you about, it's just not working. That's why I don't understand why everybody coming like, oh, he shouldn't have fired Breland.
Yeah, like, it's you have not improved the man in 5 years, right? So I don't understand, where everybody's coming from. That like, he shouldn't have fired him. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to war, you train the tour the first time. I don't want you to train the tour. I've told you before, don't train the tour, but you did. Like, for whatever reason, you try to save Deontay Wilder's. Like, I understand that. You get what I'm saying? But, like, if it's what I want, that's what I want. I want to, like, go out on my shield. And that's the first thing Wilder said. My corner trained the tour. I wanted to go out to my shield. That was the first thing after he lost to Fury, the second fight. He never said anything. Like, a couple of days later, the suit was too heavy. Thing came off. You get what I'm saying? And
we could clearly no excuses.
Yeah, we could clearly see, like, he was tired, in the fight. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like, after the fight 3, Wilder could have known that, maybe it wasn't really the suit. Maybe it was just his cardio. That's why I feel. You get what I'm saying? Or defense. I feel like all those things Wilder needs to work on. Defense and cardio. You get what I'm saying? I think, like, that is what it is, right? It happened. But, everybody shouldn't, and for Floyd,
let me ask you this, Coach Kennedy. Let me ask you this from a coach's perspective, right? If you see Mark Breland on the internet today doing that jab and backwards, that's all nice and all good. But he does this after the 3rd fight. If he had the good after, why wasn't that implemented in the 2nd fight when he was there? Why didn't he go to Wilder and say, this is what you need to do in the second? Because clearly Wilder wasn't doing none of that that he was showing. So why did it take the third fight for Mark Breland to then want to come out and Monday morning quarterback and say, "Oh, well, this is what you should have did"? Shouldn't he have taught Wilder something to that effect in like the second fight or somewhere around there?
Yeah, because it's easy to throw shades, right? You get what I'm saying? He's beyond it. Even Floyd too. You get what I'm saying? Wilder didn't accept the offer for a couple of days after Wilder lost to Fury, the first fight. Mayweather posted the video like, salute Bronze Bomber, all that.
How you feel about that? You think Mayweather just being a troll about it, or
Mayweather be on some bullshit, man. Like everybody,
he do.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like you see him and 50 Cent going back and forth, him and Bronner going back and forth every now and then, even Tank at some point.
Why do you think he going there Wilder like that though? Like, what do you think he got against Wilder?
It's just because like Floyd likes, I feel like I respect Floyd as I respect the fighter, not the man. That's the one I'm gonna put. I respect the fighter, not the man, because I feel like he always wants people to show that loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like show that loyalty. And the truth is that Wilder is not on that time. You know what I'm saying? If it's not fight week, if it's not fight time, nobody sees Deontay Wilder. Let's be honest.
You think it could be a spotlight thing though? Like Deontay Wilder is the hottest name on American soil in the boxing game. So and Floyd is feeling some kind of way. You know how Floyd don't want to lose the spotlight. It's always got to be something, with Floyd. So you think it got something to do with maybe like that?
Yeah, because Floyd can't fight no more.
Right.
Mayweather could say, "Oh, I'm the greatest of all time." Fine, ain't nobody arguing with you with that. But man is, he's done. His career is over. You get what I'm saying?
So what do you think? What do you think about how the heavyweight division is shaping up? Then what we talking about right here with Anthony Joshua? You think if he loses the Usyk, you think there's a chance he can lose the Usyk and Dillian Whyte can lose to Otto Wallin?
I feel like with everything you said over the last couple of weeks, right? Like I don't think with AJ, like AJ taught Usyk a lot in that fight. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's nothing AJ can't get through. I feel like it was not the right game plan, but there was something about that game plan he had, which I liked. You get what I'm saying? If he could do that and every now and then, impose. You get what I'm saying? You're the bigger guy. You get what I'm saying? Impose. Maybe I feel like he's gonna win. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he has a big chance. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time too, Usyk good. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like AJ is the only one that's going to go back home to make adjustment. If Usyk makes any adjustment in the second fight, I'll be surprised. I know he's the master boxer and all of that, but like I'll be surprised because like I don't see anything much he could have done to AJ again. He gave a good show from his own point of view. AJ is the only one that needs to really improve. Not saying Usyk can't improve from that, but like AJ is the one that really has to make a lot more adjustment than Usyk. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I feel like
he only lost the fight in the championship round. I mean, from 9 on down.
And I see what you're saying too. Like he lost 11 to 12. 10 to 12. In my scorecard too. I feel that like I don't think I had it 5-4 as a 9 round. Probably like 5-3. Yeah, 5-3. Not 5-4. I had the 5-3. But it was still close. Anything could have happened. AJ could have sneaked in something, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think the adjustment was like you said, he got to impose himself, become a little bit more aggressive. How do you like the link up? Maybe if you think that Reynoso can maybe give him a little something, that Canelo-esque style type of fight, and you think that'll work decent for AJ?
Yeah, Canelo style, yeah, but Reynoso be on what's the word I'm looking for right now? Joining Reynoso's camp right now is not a good look, because of the whole drama. But like Reynoso could train him, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I just feel like maybe not Reynoso. Like Reynoso is good addition. Derrick James also good addition.
Derrick James. Derrick James definitely gonna put some give him some fuck you in his punches, if you will. You know what I'm saying? He definitely gonna give him some of that. You did.
I think Derrick James is a good look, but he probably if he's gonna pick, he's probably gonna pick Canelo's coach, because since Canelo already made the offer, I don't know. I saw something like that. Man. Canelo already made the offer. He's probably going to join Canelo if he's going to leave his coach. I don't think, not probably fire his coach, but he needs, a different kind of coach because, some of the UK coaches, and no disrespect to them, right? I just feel like, I don't know. Some days they don't have that, want, you get what I'm saying? And that's the reason why. And in the heavyweight division, you need to be a force at some point. You get what I'm saying? Like,
well, a lot of people say that Joshua got to come and get an American coach, and or at least trying to come and get some American tutelage. You know what I mean? See what's up.
yeah, I feel so too. You know what I'm saying? The coach, you know what I'm saying? Because he already has a style. Like, AJ
Yeah.
wants to box. He has the cardio and all of that. So
he need that aggression though. He need that.
yeah,
He need that. Stop smiling and get in there and realize, look, I'm the baddest man on the planet. That feel. You know what I mean?
yeah.
AJ ain't never had that. He always had the spectacle, the glitz, the glamour, the fireworks, the nice that. But has he ever came across to you as he's a mean, baddest man on the planet? He willing to drop anybody to get in there with him. You just can't get that from him.
Yeah, so AJ Beyond, I don't know. I feel like he could win that fight, but at the same time too, he could lose the fight, right?
Yeah.
So it's not far fetched if AJ loses the fight. So let's not make it seem
what do you think about Dillion Whyte and Otto Wallin? You think Dillion Whyte gonna pull that out, or he gonna get outboxed?
I'm on you with that too, man. I think it's a 50-50 fight, man. Like, I'm not edging to nobody, but Dillion Whyte fuck around, Otto Wallin steal that fight 12 rounds.
Damn. I can see it, bro. I think I'm leaning towards him in a decision. Maybe a close one.
I'm more like, down the middle. Like, it's same thing with like, when Dillion Whyte first fought, what was his name? The guy that beat him recently.
That beat Povetkin?
Povetkin. The first fight, like, I told everybody, like, that fight is a 50-50 fight,
Mm-hmm.
He could knock him out, and he did,
Mm-hmm.
Like, second fight, Dillion Whyte is not gonna get caught sleeping, so
I got to give Dillion. He boxed Povetkin in that first fight. He was using that jab. He was using his left or whatever. But Slim, I just don't feel like against Wallin, a lot of that's going to be I just don't know. I don't see him outboxing Wallin. If he try to go he's going to be forced to go back to the old version of himself. You know what I'm saying? Where he going to have to come and bring a lot of noise. I feel like
he needs
aggression.
to do maybe a little bit of like, both.
Mm-hmm.
Like more of the brawling, but he needs to box a little, just a little bit, a tiny bit. Not what AJ did against
Ruiz. And that's another thing. He going over there to Canelo gym. You got Andy Ruiz in there, bro. Andy Ruiz gonna be tapping him on the shoulder like, hey, bro, don't you owe me a third fight? I've been waiting on this third fight. I've been waiting on this third fight. You can't come to my gym and just think you're going, you're gonna have to fight me, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Ruiz, I think Reynoso will work out.
Ruiz needs a good performance, like 2 more good performances before we could, like, want to give him that fight, because that I don't think the Aurelia fight was the best performance, and I didn't really like that performance. He got dropped, possibly twice, so I don't know.
Yeah, so, would you like to see Wilder fight Andy Ruiz? What would you like to see next for Wilder? Who would you like to see to maybe fight? Yeah.
Like I feel like in a way, right? As painful as this had to say, right? Because we all want Wilder to win, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like in a way this loss is good for him in a way, if he goes about it the right way. When I mean go about it the right way.
AJ, mute yourself for a minute, AJ. Just mute yourself because we hear a lot of
man.
There you go.
So I feel like the loss is good for him in a way, not good, but like all he needs to do right now is clean up everybody else. So nobody's gonna say, oh, you're not that good. You get what I'm saying? Because when it's said and done for Wilder, if they make this Amazon Prime movies for him, like they do for everybody, it's gonna be epic, So I feel like he should clean up the entire division for everybody else. Point.
Charles Martins of the world, the Ruizes of the world, the Hellenius of the world.
Okay. All of them, all of them, even the Frank Sanchez guy that just beat a
Frank Sanchez, you think that should be a good fight, Frank Sanchez and Wilder. Frank a mover, man. Frank a mover. Hey, that's a good ass fight. You right. And he was just on the undercard, man. So everybody got that name recognition. That's a good point.
Yeah, so next year, my man, just like 2 of them. I even want Parker for Wilder,
Who?
Parker.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I like this just as a fan pleasing fight, just to make me go. I'm glad he finally got his ass out the way. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. But Joseph Parker is knockout bait all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see that happen. Everybody they say AJ fought that is top class. They always call Wilder's resume, trash, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel Wilder beats all of them. You know what I'm saying? So he just beat all of them, Charles Martins, all of them, you know. Like, so by the time he beats all of them, if like Fury is not gonna be in boxing for too long, because if Wilder beats all of them, Fury gonna start fighting top 30, 15 to 20 guys on the ranking. No, because like it probably at some point Wilder might put himself in a position whereby he might be able to get a rematch from a mandatory position. You get what I'm saying? If he plays this right, you know. So
yeah, just got about moving them right, you know, moving them the right way.
So you know,
let me get AJ up in there. AJ, what's up, man? Salute.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm quite impressed that he's gone to that Julio Magdaleno gym in Guadalajara. I think that AJ is actually going to learn something from that, but he might have left it a bit too late. I think he's left it 5 years too late. He's been with that guy McCracken for so long, you know, bro. He's been with that guy for a long time. So,
but let me ask you this: but if it's just minor tweaks, it ain't got to be like a tear down rebuild. You know, if it's just minor tweaks, I mean, Reynoso maybe can help him with his head movement a little better, something to that effect. You think that'll help him out?
Yeah, I think he probably needs to move his head a bit more.
I think that works for him. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, he's got the hip movement going, which he's had over the last 3 or 4 fights. I like Anthony Joshua. Like, I'm not a fan of any boxer, but I like him because he comes with a. He says he's a bit of an amateur. Like he's just learning on the job. So, you know, to learn on the job and to be a unified champion, I'll give the guy a lot of credit.
But you got to remember, I mean, some of the opponents, you know, they were kind of right there, right for the pick, right for the picking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, they were fruity. It's true.
Yeah. They were right for the picking. I mean, and this is why I'm looking at the situation now, because he at a point where I think everything in front of him is tough. Like, he got to get back in the win column with Usyk. He got to get his belts back. If he don't get them belts back, he back in the rankings, and he's just the local Yoko at that point. But he got to get back into the win column. He got to beat this dude. Then after that, he got to take on one of the other top dogs. So it ain't gonna be no easy pickings from him from here on down. Yeah,
he needs to go back to the Tim Witherspoon days. A lot of these guys used to fight anyone. The Oliver McCall days. Like, I'm an old man, so like I'm in my 50s, so I'm not young. He needs to get that mentality going down where he's actually. I think a lot of these boxers today, the men and the women, they're like robots. They're put on these protein shakes and they're sent out with a battery up their ass, and they're just trying to fight. Like,
you even think that about Fury too? Fury ain't got no goddamn body. He ain't drinking no protein shakes. That's for sure.
No, he's on the protein shakes. He's just pretending that he's not on the protein shakes. He's exactly the same as the rest of them, but he's trying to make out that he's not.
So his protein shake's called Nandrolone, right? That's what they call it. Yeah.
He's been busted for that.
Yeah,
he got done for that. So he was never a legitimate champ originally as well. Yeah, I'll try and keep it real on the boxing.
Let me ask you this: what about Dillion Whyte and Ottawa Lean? How do you see that? You see that playing?
That's a great fight. I've got that fight as a bit of a standoff from Wallin at the original. Whyte coming forward, peppering away. Then I've got Wallin hitting him and coming back. Going into round 9 and 10, a bit of a slugfest, and then I think it'll go to decision. But I don't know who's going to win that fight.
Yeah, that's down the middle. Down the middle.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, 50-50 for sure. But I tell you one thing, man. If nobody don't beat Alexander Usyk, those belts are stuck in the Ukraine, man. And now I don't know when they not in the UK. They not over here in America, man. They over in the last place that we would suspect all of those belts to land at.
Well, listen, the last time anything come out of the Ukraine was Adolf Hitler. That was about 80 years ago, bro.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how long that motherfucker's gonna hold on to those belts.
Man, get them goddamn belts back ASAP, man. You know what I mean? ASAP. Fuck. Hey, man. Hey, we got my man DJ Zion Love just joined us, man. DJ Zion Love. Zion, what's up,
Good?
man? How you feeling?
Good, good evening. Good evening. Everything's good. Everything is good. I'm at work. Just checking in for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, cool. It's all love. I appreciate you, man. Give me some thoughts on what you think about the what I'm talking about today. You think that Joshua, you say you good with, I seen you in your comment in the chat. You say you good with the fact if all of these dudes lose.
Yeah, because first of all,
I mean
AJ,
you think that
AJ,
Usyk again? Go ahead.
AJ, AJ had opportunity to unify between two brothers. He didn't do it, right? And now
Right.
he lost to someone that he's not supposed to lose to, and he lost to somebody again. At the end of the day, and Dillion Whyte was disrespecting Wilder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Won't fight the fighters he fight. Like I said, Wilder was pulling the most weight. He was fighting all the killers. Nobody was fighting the killers like Wilder. So even if Wilder, so they don't deserve to win. They don't deserve because they didn't fight. They duck Ortiz. Wilder fight this man twice. Wilder was doing all the hard work.
Right.
They want to duck and keep it. I see what happens at the end of the day. Wilder deserved to fight. Anybody that fight Wilder has to fight Ortiz. If I was Wilder, I'd say, okay, you want to fight me? Fight the same, keep the same energy with the fighters I fight. You got to go through those people to come through me.
Well,
I mean, because he doesn't need to.
Wow, listening to you say that, DJ Zion Love, make me think. So if AJ loses and White loses, then Usyk pretty much ain't at that. He can go to Tyson Fury, but once that kind of settles, if Wilder's still winning, they will basically have to come back to Wilder.
There you go, and they have no choice. So you want to go, you want to see that belt again, you got to come past through me. But you don't understand. I want them. I mean, Wilder is very tired. He fought back to back with Ortiz. The COVID-19 caught him, that I believe, when he fought Tyson Fury in February, right?
Yeah.
And then he got a break. He fought Fury again, so he never had a break. His body was tired. When you fight back-to-back killers like that, he's technically tired. And first of all, Wilder didn't lose to Tyson Fury. You know who he lost to? The referee.
What do you mean? The long count?
Yes, he lost a 2 long count. The first fight, he lost to a referee, and the third fight, he lost to a next long count. So he was in the Fury. It was him against a referee. And remember, there's some people in the industry who are very powerful that don't like Wilder. So he's up against those people. He's not even the fighters. He's against a machine that doesn't like him.
So with that being said, then you cool with him not shaking the hand of Tyson? Like you cool with all that? Like fuck Tyson Fury. Let's.
The reason why he didn't deserve a shake hand, because when he was overweight and fat, Wilder was the only one that came and act as a counsel to him and said, "Come on, I believe in you. Don't give up." And he should never forget that. He should never forget that.
That's a good point.
No matter what
that's a good point. That's an excellent point that he makes. That's a very good point.
Yeah, whatever Tyson Fury do in life, he owes that man his life, because he could have killed himself. Wilder saved that man's life and allowed him to come back and give him 50-50 and treat him like his equal. So he never deserved a handshake. And Tyson Fury know that what Wilder did for him. Nobody did that for him.
So you saying by Tyson Fury wanting to pull out of that third fight, that's enough?
Yeah, that's why I break it right there. That all it did for him. Remember that this plays on Wilder mental a lot too, because he's not only because Tyson's a big man, is what he's done for. He didn't have to fight Tyson Fury. He could have went and chirping. I wish he was a cherry picker.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you doing cherry pick in the heavyweight, this is the consequence of trying to do. He's doing the old fashioned. Wilder's the old soul.
Wilder's that point, man.
Yeah, Wilder's the old soul. He fight the old school way. Earn it. These guys are fighting the cherry picking way. And if he had done that, he would have been like 55-0. But at the end of the day, he has a heart. And now, anyone that needs to fight him top notch has to go through Ortiz. If I was him, I stand on my.
What about the rules of combat though? Like two men then went to combat 3 times. Damn near killed each other. Damn near 3 times. Well,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
this is,
You don't think
but
there's supposed to be a handshake at the end of that? Like they make
yes,
beautiful things
yes,
together.
but this happened. This is unique. Like I said before, you tell me he helped a future enemy of his come back on his feet, and you're gonna what he didn't want to go. The problem is that Wilder was fighting a system. He was fighting Tyson Fury. He was fighting a referee. He was fighting a boxing system, and he was fighting his own American people. Everybody was against him.
You're right. You're right.
So it takes a mental, so the psychological toll on it damaged Wilder before the fight.
But what does
Wilder,
that got to do with Fury, though?
yeah, but you don't understand. He helped Fury back on his feet. He didn't have to do it.
That is true.
AJ Fury tried to run away.
Yeah, let me hear the
AJ was talking smack against that. Oh, you getting away. I'm not fighting you, bum. AJ was shitting on him too. And then he wanted to cancel the third fight to go fight AJ, and AJ didn't help. AJ didn't give him a phone call and say, "Come back, we need you." He didn't. Who did it? Wilder did. So this take a toll mentally on Wilder, and you know, boxing is 90% mental and 10% physical.
Mm-hmm.
So he was already destroyed before he even hit the ring. You understand? So remember, the referee robbed him, man. The first 2 referee robbed him, man. If I was Wilder, I would have sued those referee personally and get a review.
Do y'all think that they should trigger some sort of investigation because of the count?
Yes. If I was Wilder, I would have definitely I would lawsuit against that referee personally and the entire boxing industry, because
I mean, normally with something that controversial, they'll run it, they'll go back and investigate that. And
the problem is that because of Wilder complexion for the Wilder the complexion for the complexion,
they're not going to do that for Wilder.
My take on it, I think that Wilder took Fury as a fight because he thought Fury would be like an easy win.
No. AJ
That's what. No. Listen.
He was definitely smoking. AJ didn't want.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. He just thought that like the guy's coming back, big, white, heavyweight. He beat Klitschko. He cheated against Klitschko. He obviously was on peds against Klitschko. So we can all agree in this chat, and we need to agree on it now, that Fury was not a legitimate heavyweight champion against Klitschko because there was drugs involved in that fight, yeah?
It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to everybody in the chat. This is to everybody in the chat, not just you.
Ask AJ why did he turn on 50 million to unify. Ask him that.
No, I'm not an AJ fan. I've only put that. You got an
AJ picture.
I'm not an AJ fan.
You got his picture. You can't say you got an AJ fan.
No way. This is to do with the Reynoso signing yesterday. This is to do with that. That's to do with that. I don't support any boxer as a fan. I'm not a fanboy.
You got a man picture on his stuff, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because that's relevant for today. Because he's signed with Reynoso.
So
Reynoso. No.
Hey, DJ Zion Love, but DJ Zion Love, you making some damn good points, bro. Damn good points, bro. I mean,
really I have a question.
What's up?
So you know, in the UK, right? I think maybe under Frank Warren promotion, sometimes some of their fights, right? When the fighter goes down, the clock goes off on the what's it called? Like the timer, right? The 10 counts goes off, right, on the screen on top of the ring.
Right.
So you think like if they implement that, you know, in every
the thing about the count is funny, man, because it's like I know a lot of people think it's like seconds, but it's actually a 10 count, and it's like it's not like it don't have to be approximately 1 second.
But you don't understand. If that was Wilder on the floor, they would have waved it off. I'm trying to tell you, if Tyson Fury knocked out Wilder the first fight like that, and Wilder had rolled behind his back, his head, that guy would have waved it off.
All the UK referees will wave it off. All the UK referees.
He's being butt break, man. Yo, they're butt breaking this dude, though.
Wow.
I'm not trying to come from the point of like, let's give Wilder a
this is racism at the highest, man.
But like,
this is plain racism.
Fair.
If Wilder had a complexion, trust me, that man would have been. If he was on the opposite side, that fight would have been waved off. I'm trying to tell you, it's this boxing. Wilder is the example of racism going
But
around.
why should the ref have waved it off if Tyson Fury was
Because
laying there, eyes wide open, looking right at the ref?
Tyson Fury said that he didn't know when he hit the floor.
But he was looking directly at the ref, like right in his face, just kind of counting with the ref. If you go back and watch it, he wasn't like out. It ain't like the first. Remember the first fight, he was out. In that first one,
remember, picture this: if Wilder's a knockout machine, and for the first time somebody dropped him that way, they would wave it off. Trust me, they would. You know, and
I think when he got knocked down in that first fight, if anyone's gonna get waved off, that first knockdown when he knocked him down in the first one, that should have got waved off.
They're looking for the great. They're looking for the great hope, and they're looking for that hope right now. And guess what happened? The AJ not gonna beat Usyk. And
but that's what I'm saying, Zion. That's what they're gonna end up getting, because if they knock it off,
I rather that. You know what happened? I rather that, because AJ had opportunity for two brothers to make over 200 million for each fight, and he blew it.
So you don't think we can get that moment back? You don't think we can get that back?
It's tainted. He ain't gonna make it's tainted because they both lost. It's done. If
the belts in there, if AJ get the belts, if he can get the belts back from Usyk, we back where we started.
Yeah, but the problem is that he has a double personality. As soon as he goes out to Wilder, I'm not fighting. So at the end of the day, AJ he deserve exactly what he get. That brother called that man person and said, listen, let's make a deal, man. 50 million I give you back.
He flew over there. He went over there.
He went over there. Yeah. And Wilder don't deserve this, man. But at the end of the day, the good always suffer for the bad, man. And this is beyond boxing. This is remember, he's fighting against spirituality, man. And me and you got to discuss something about spirituality, bad spirits in the boxing industry. Right. Remember, they test for drugs, but they're not testing for the other part too.
Yeah.
Okay. The Gypsy King, trust me, them guys are shady, man.
I mean, I just think with that the long count thing, man, it's hard for me, man. I've been looking at that
because he's going up against the system. Wilder pissed somebody off in the industry that has something for him. He was a fighting again. He's 0-2 against the referee count. He's supposed to be 2-1. He's supposed to be 2-1. He's against the referee. When the referee and the judge, not even the judge, he got robbed anyway, but the referee was against Wilder. That thing was cooked in the system already. That was marinated like a jerk chicken on Labor Day Eve. You know what I'm saying? It was seasoned already. Yeah. He was already seasoned already. The referee count, that's a problem. If I was Wilder, I would have investigated. I would have go on CNN and I would have make a big I don't think Wilder should fight again, man, because they're going to do the same thing again. Like I said to you, the long count happened. Once, it's an accident, but 2 times, it's a problem. This is bigger than boxing, man.
I'll be down for an investigation over that count, man.
When they see a tall, 6'9", dark-skinned brother who fight for justice and Black Lives Matter, he's a superhero. They don't want that look. That's scary. That is
Mainman.
Go ahead. I'm listening to you, Coach. Go ahead.
You understand? Mm-hmm. That's a problem. That's racism. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why Dillion was fighting against his own brother. Dillion could have called Tyson Fury, and Dillion could have called Tyson Fury to come out of boxing. AJ could have called, Eddie Hearn could have called him. They didn't do it.
I want to give a big salute to my homie Stormy B Man in the chat. What's up, Stormy? How you, man? Yeah.
Mainman, let me say something.
Go ahead, Coach.
Last statement before I go.
Go ahead.
I'll catch it from. I'll catch the remaining from here.
Okay.
So I just want to say, I'm not if you check out Wilder Ortiz 2, right? Check out that count. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say, Ortiz was back on his feet. And I just feel like, if you compare that count with Fury's counts, fight could have been stopped.
You think the fight should have been waved off on that when he knocked him down in the third fight?
Yeah. The second.
So y'all don't think Fury was coherent? Like he was looking right at the ref.
He was no, but he didn't. The point is the count. He did not make the count. It has nothing to do with whether you're getting up or not. Like everybody keeps saying the coaches the refs give them benefit of the doubt. Like nobody cares about that. Like the only ref that I know would have waved the fight off, Kenny Bayless. I know everybody have problem with Kenny Bayless.
I think the ref could have waved the fight off, man, but I think the ref was given clearly instruction before the fight. If Tyson
was Fury really hurt if he got up and took the fight the Wilder the way he did? Was he really
Which one?
In the third fight.
The first one?
No, in the third.
The fight ended in seconds. The second knockdown. It was
yeah, but you don't understand. It was still, if that was Wilder been waved off. That was the referee was, listen, Tyson Fury, I don't know if he got connection, because remember Tyson Fury saying that he's gonna cheat again. You know what he means? He's gonna cheat again. Those referee was in his pockets, man.
And
why he's gonna cheat again?
Nah, that's just too big of a. You think the referee was in Tyson Fury's pockets?
Of course. Look at the complexion.
I thought, man, look, Wilder told us before the fight, he left no stone unturned. He got everything covered. And I would think that the first thing that he would have gotten covered would have been the referee, because there was a lot of complaints about Kenny Bayless in that second fight.
Yeah, and then the next thing too, I hope that Wilder will get a psychologist on his team, or like somebody like a psychic or something to read what's going on, because that man needs some kind of a cleanse or something, spiritual cleanse. Because like I said to you, I believe Tyson Fury is into those witchcraft things, man. He's into those shit. The Gypsy King, they're not gypsy for a reason. What do you think Gypsy do?
In the chat, Stormy. In the chat.
Man, I'm gonna catch the rest, right? Thank you for letting me in today.
Hey, Coach Kennedy, you know you're more than welcome, man. You are fam.
Peace and
anytime.
blessing, Coach Kennedy. Big yourself up, man.
Thank you.
Sir. Yeah, anytime, bro. Anytime.
Yeah, man. Yo, so that's what I'm saying though. That there's a lot of shady thing going on in the industry. People do all kinds of things to win, man. You understand? If I'm a professional boxer, I'm having everybody on my team. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm having a pastor. I'm having everybody on my squad.
I just when Wilder tell me that he not leaving nothing unturned. I mean, he's talking about the gloves, he talking about judges, he's talking about watching Fury. We say we want to see him putting people in the hallway, we want to see him putting people in the bathrooms.
But the mistake he made was that he shouldn't put on the weight, because why would I fight somebody?
Wilder's fault. That was Wilder.
Yeah, that's his fault. That's his fault. And I mean the weight base, because he should have come in there weighing 195, man. Play basketball on this, man.
I say 215, man. He would have been deadly at 215, man.
That's what I'm saying. Cruiserweight 215, and the gloves too. He broke it. Remember, he mentioned he broke his hand in those same gloves. Why you do it again?
True. But look, he put Fury down twice while being tied with those gloves on.
Yeah, I don't think Tyson. I don't think Wilder right hand is never going to be the same again, because he broke it twice. That's a problem.
Ooh, if he ain't got that right hand going forward, bro, that's going to be a major
That's a problem. He needs that, and his temple. Wilder, they said Tyson Fury invested in his temple on the second fight, and he came back and go back to that temple again.
Yeah, man.
So his hands, his head, his brain is never going to be the same again, and his hands going to be the same again.
Man, I got my main man $100,000 on deck, man. What's up with you, Stormy, man? Thank you for joining, man. All right, Coach Kennedy.
I gotta go, man.
Oh, all right, DJ Zion Love, man. I appreciate you, bro, and great point of view on this, man. I appreciate you bringing that to this discussion, man.
Peace. Later.
For sure. Stormy, what's up, man?
What's up? I didn't mean to run your guest off the show, man. What's up with that?
They fam, bro. Oh, you talking about that first one? Yeah, I don't know where AJ went at, man. AJ just ducked out the back door on us, bro. I wanted to see where he was going with his statements on that. You know what I'm saying? But they got low, bro. I mean, Zion at work, man, and Coach Kennedy. I think he just had to get low. You know what I'm saying? But what you got, man? What you talking about? What you saying about AJ in this, man?
No, I just happen to be tuning in because I'm on my way home from work. I'm driving, commuting, and I was listening to you guys, and I tuned in at the right time because Zion was saying something very interesting, and the fact that there's some things that went over people's head. I said this going back into the second fight that this whole thing about America and the lack of respect that America has for other nations and other cultures, and they are definitely at the mercy with their ignorance to certain things, and so therefore, by ridiculing and playing with cynicism when it comes to the unknown, that makes Americans feel, it puts them in a place where they feel more comfortable. But you shouldn't feel comfortable about the unknown. You should be wary of the unknown. And in this situation, I think that if you saw Fury's ring walk, there was something going on right there where he had some people that looked like they were casting spells before he came out. Well, it was right before he came out because he was behind them. There were people who came out first.
Oh, the dancers, the little dancers.
They weren't dancers. They were not dancers. They were casting ritualistic spells. I wrote in your chat after he said something. He said Wilder pissed somebody off. I wrote in your chat. I misspelled the word, and then I wrote join, and you invited me on. But I was correcting a word that I missed. I was correcting a word that I misspelled. I misspelled my statement. I said Wilder didn't join the society. That's what I said. Whoa. So you have to read, brother.
I thought you were saying join, like shoot the link out there or something like that.
No, but I misspelled the word join when I wrote it in my statement. And then I correctly wrote it again a second time.
So you saying that there was some sort of ritual performed before the fight?
There was a ritual before the first fight.
When? With the ring walk, same thing?
Absolutely.
I don't know about that, man. That's a little. You saying
Mainman, hold on. You say I don't know about that. What did I just say about American people and the fact that when they look at things and don't understand what's coming on from other cultures, you wouldn't understand.
That's true.
But don't be dismissive of that which you don't understand.
That's just
be inquisitive of what you don't understand, because once you open your mind to be receptive to information, you can consider yourself a learned person. You understand?
I totally get that whole look. I don't dismiss stuff. I don't do that whole like, oh, he's a conspiracy. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I try to take it.
I never said anything about a conspiracy, though. I didn't say that.
But I'm trying to. But you saying like voodoo? That's like when Pacquiao moms was ringside and everybody like, oh, Pacquiao moms is ringside doing all of the voodoo stuff. You know what I mean?
And she was.
She was. Yeah, she was. But
that doesn't mean it either worked or didn't. But that didn't mean that wasn't what she was doing. Dude, you got people around you all walks of life. They cast spells. We're living in the last days. We're living in the last days of this world. And Satan is abound.
I don't deny that. I don't deny that.
But what you are denying is the belief of certain things that can transpire, especially when you have no knowledge of them. They could grab a hold of you, brother. Just like a reprobated mind can be grabbed a hold of.
Look.
This is real talk.
I know it's real, but I just think that's just. That would be the last thing I would suggest. I would suspect is some voodoo being done on Deontay Wilder. So what you think that the voodoo did? Like it made him tired? It made his right hand disappear? I mean, or just didn't make him.
If you are susceptible to dark arts, you can become victimized by dark arts. You understand?
Right. I understand what you're saying, but I hear what you're saying. Look, I don't want to dismiss it, but I just think that's for me. I gotta say, look, Wilder can't be no voodoo, nothing, man. I mean, I just that's just tough for me to process. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I gotta say this is tough for me to process. So he had voodoo put on him in all 3 fights.
Listen, I'm gonna take it somewhere where you can understand it a little better. Hopefully, I don't know, and I'm not asking. I don't know if you grew up with a dad in your life, a father in your life, or whatever. But when a man teaches his son about the intimacies that can come with the woman, he has to teach him the proper things. Otherwise, his son can fall prey to the feminine wiles. Okay? Now, there are numerous women who practice dark arts, and they practice them on men. They put enchantments, they put spells, they put things on men that nobody can understand. And you be wondering, like, why that guy still messing with that crazy woman? And everybody externally can see that the woman got something going wrong with her. But you wonder why your boy won't leave her alone.
He got a spell put on. Yeah, she got some wet.
Listen, it don't come down to that, brother. If it comes down to that, then that means you really weren't taught the things that you need to be taught, because that does not define a relationship or being in relations with a woman. So if you understand what I'm saying, temptations, okay, you can be attacked from where your heart is. If your heart is in a dark place, you can definitely be attacked by dark arts. If your mind and your upbringing is very naive, you can still be susceptible to the dark arts. They exist, my brother.
On a spiritual.
This is not something.
When it comes to
this is not something. Listen, you can't have one foot in one world and another in another. You can't. You're either on one side or the other. But when you're susceptible, you're playing into these things. See, Deontay, if you watch him and you watched his career and followed him in the way he speaks and everything like that, you can tell that he is not one who has gone over to that side of things that comes with wealth and everything like that. And you wonder why so much is cast against him? There's a certain level that they allow people to progress to. But this is really not the the platform to share that. But it's a reality. It's a reality.
My thing
I'm asking you to not be so dismissive. Be more investigative. Search for yourself.
I'm not.
And then we can really have a conversation about it.
No, I'm not being dismissive. But when you hang this up on with the gloves, with Breland, with the Waters, with everything that Wilder has said, and then you adding voodoo into the mix, bro. Look how that looks. Look how that look, bro. Each and every fight, we've now came up with a different.
When you say look how that looks, I'm getting ready to pose a question to you. When you say look how that looks, what lenses are you looking through, brother?
A boxing fan lens.
Okay, that's very shallow. So it's like you're looking through it. It's like looking through a keyhole to some activity that's going on the other side of a partition. But you can't see the full image.
That's what Wilder
haven't you heard the conversation with us saying things that this is bigger than boxing?
It's bigger than boxing from a civil rights or race standpoint, but not from no damn voodoo. Bro, that just sound out there. Stormy is this dude. I've never heard that excuse in a fight, bro. I've been watching.
This is not an excuse. This is not an excuse. What I am saying to you what I'm saying to you is I'm opening up the understanding that there are other things afoot here. This is not an excuse. What has transpired has already transpired, brother.
Stormy, come on, man. Voodoo, bro. Voodoo, bro. Like
you mentioned the word voodoo. You mentioned the word voodoo. I told you that dark arts. Listen, dark arts exist, but the biggest lie that Satan has ever told to the world is to make them think that he don't exist.
See, my spirituality is a little different than yours. You dig what I mean? So I'm
Then
not.
it may not be spirituality.
Yeah, but I don't see it that way. I look at it like, look. I just look at it like Wilder got his ass whooped, bro. We looking.
He did.
We just looking
He
too.
did.
We looking too deep when we got to look at the dances.
Listen,
and
he
we
did lose. Listen, he did lose, but he did not lose in singularity. He lost from a number of points. You just had a man on the show with you, which I wish I could have got on there and been on there talking with him, because he was dropping some keys, but he wouldn't say everything that needed to be said, but he put it out there. You still weren't picking up on it.
Zion always say that. I take it and add it to the bigger picture. I can't lean squarely on that when I got 20 other reasons before that was said that the reason that he lost. So now this is the newest reason. I can't just, so no, it wasn't that, it wasn't that, it wasn't that, it wasn't that. So now it's this. I can't keep doing that, Stormy. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's not.
I haven't run off numerically. I said, excuse me, I said a long time ago that there was a concerted effort from a number of fronts that led to this situation. Your guest said before I got on here, AJ blew the whole thing up because he and Wilder could have done something years ago, but he didn't. And that's what made me write in your chat originally. And I said that AJ was the cancer in all of this, because Wilder was trying to talk to him behind the scenes. Hey, brother, let's make this money. Let's do something. Let's, put on the world a great fight and everything. And AJ put it on him and went around and told Eddie Hearn and his dad everything that Wilder was saying to him behind the scenes, and they talked him out of the best deal he could have had for himself. This is true. It's factual. It happened.
That I agree with. AJ did play himself in that situation.
And once that happened, everything started going against Wilder.
But that don't mean I don't want to see the fight. That don't mean I don't want to see the fight.
Wilder was talking about independence and liberation, brother. This is a different type of. Listen, it is on a level that is beyond a lot of people's understanding.
Do you want to see the fight? Do you want to see the fight? All that extra shit, all that extra, how they make. See, that's the problem right here with us fans. We way too much in their business, bro. Like, we way too much in trying to shape their image and shape their shit. Do you want to see AJ versus Wilder for the belts?
I don't give a damn about that fight anymore, because neither one of them have the belts. Neither one of them have the belts, Mainman. Neither one of them have the belts.
If he gets them from Usyk, is what I'm saying.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk as hell in this mug.
You want to see the fight. You keep saying, "Oh, he did." Look, we keep hanging out.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk up in this thing, man.
Hanging out hats on 3 years ago or a year. Do you want to see the fight going forward in this era of heavyweights? Yes or no? Because all we keep doing is bringing up these fucking news.
You putting words in my mouth that I haven't said, brother. Why are you putting words in my mouth that I haven't said?
I've asked you 5 times. Do you want to see the fight between AJ and Wilder?
You asked me, did I want to see the fight with AJ and Wilder for the belts? That's what you said. Yeah, I said neither one of them have the belts.
The point of what the topic of my show today is AJ and Whyte got to get past Usyk and Otto Wallin. The point I'm making is every time we bring up AJ, the first thing that we do is go back in the past of what happened. Oh, I don't want to see AJ do this because of what he did to Wilder back in the day. Hey, Slim, we boxing fans, bro. We don't supposed to give a fuck. Hey, look, at the end, we were upset about it, but going forward, I want to see the fucking fight. Period. All of that's hanging this over because they made Wilder do it and they did this. Hey, look, man. I don't know that brother. I support him, sure. And I love to see him fight as an athlete, but I'm not into this shaping his image, or being mad at other fighters because of what happened years ago. That shit got to end, man. These are the best heavyweights of our era. Fuck all that.
Who said anything about somebody being mad at fighters from what happened in the past? Why do you continue to make statements that I haven't even offered up?
The first thing that you said, bro, is you went back and you said, well, AJ did this. AJ did that. AJ, and my question from you saying that was, do you want to see the fight? Okay, and
I have to correct you again. I have to correct you
again. Why
do
you keep correcting
me? What made me? Because you're speaking incorrectly of me.
What I'm just saying what you said. That's what you said.
I originally wrote in your chat. I said, you can scroll back and see it.
I'm talking about what you're saying now.
I said that AJ is a cancer in all of this because Wilder went to him in confidence to try to make a deal. He talked to him man to man behind the scenes. AJ took what his conversation was to his master. That's what I wrote in your chat.
Did not Wilder
and those people talked him. Those people talked him out of considering making some kind of deal with Wilder, which is the original reason why he doubled down and said, "I'm not going to sell my soul for $50 million."
Well, let's go.
So the fight was not going to be made.
Hold on. You forgot they met again after that. Wilder flew over there for the $120 million deal. Remember, they were supposed. He didn't
fly over there for AJ.
Hold on, Stormy.
He didn't fly over there for AJ though. He didn't fly over there.
Hey, Stormy, let me get this all, please. I'm just going to let the facts out, and you can take it how you want to take it. This was what happened. He went over there with Shelly Finkel. And he went and talked with Eddie Hearn and AJ about the 3-fight deal. 2 of those fights were supposed to be for AJ, the $120 million deal. He left and said no, because I don't know what the hell he making in the rematch. So I'm out of here. And plus, I got a side deal for Lou DiBella. That was after the $50 million. So Wilder was still down to go over there and still fight him after all of this shit you talking about. So, like I told you,
first of all, I am not talking shit. Second of all, that's not what was happening. He went over there, and because they didn't put AJ as a part of the deal, that's why he did not sign up with them.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
He wanted to make sure that any deal that he signed, that AJ would be a part of it, so that if he did fight AJ, it would be for undisputed, because AJ had the other belts.
So what was the $120 million for?
Listen, man.
Answer what was the 120? You said he didn't go over there for AJ. What was the 120?
The money that they offered Wilder, they didn't have all their ducks in a row. They actually came out and they apologized. They came out and they apologized to him for that. That was the zone. That was not Matchroom. That was the zone.
You forgot I cover the sport just like you do. I'll tell you how that went. Ryan Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh. The guy that runs the zone. He came out and said, "Oh, we did it wrong because we didn't establish a relationship." But that still did not stop Wilder and Finkel from flying over there and talking with them and trying to sit down and do a $120 million deal. They walked out because they asked some simple questions about AJ. They didn't ask about anybody else. They asked about AJ. And when they didn't,
and he wasn't a part of the deal.
No, he was a part of the deal. They didn't have how much he was making. They didn't. Wilder want to know how much is the other guy making, and especially even if I lose. If I beat him, how much is he making in a rematch? That information wasn't in the contract. So it wasn't about, AJ wasn't in the contract, brother. That was the reason he flew over there. Was to see what's up with 2 fights with AJ and this $120 million deal. Lou DiBella put that shit together. Remember? That's why Lou ain't with PBC no more.
Found himself fired too.
And he got fired behind that. But it was about AJ, bro. You saying
because he was trying to cut a side deal. Come on, man. Listen, this is all now been taken totally off track from what I originally come out here for. And I see you got your people in the chat ridiculing me now and everything. But this is all bullshit. I wouldn't do that to you. Listen, hold on. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. I've always shown you. I've always shown you respect.
What they got to do with me? Stay on the chat, bro.
Because no, I am on track. I am on track. But the one thing I won't do is I'm not going to be over there disrespectful to anybody.
You've been wanting to do this shit anyway. At the end of the day, bro, don't come talk to me. If you talking to me, you talking to me. Don't worry about the chat. Talk to me. You here to talk to Mainman.
I am talking to you, but everything that I've said, you come back and told me that you twisted my words. You come back and twisted my words. I know what this is.
You talking about the chat. Talk to me. All right, don't worry
I am
about what
talking to you.
So why you bring it up?
I'm not on here talking to the chat. I'm talking to you.
Then why did you bring it up then?
Because, like I said, the people are ridiculing because you've taken my words to something that I did not say.
Bro, what you talking about? I'm changing your words or something. Tell me, what did I change your words about, Stormy?
Everything that I've been saying the past few minutes, I have been recorrecting.
Why would I do
that?
Even
you don't
now, recorrect me, bro. You don't have to keep coming recorrecting me. I cover the sport like you do. But you talking about recorrecting me? I'm telling you my fact. You telling me yours. I don't know where we going at with this, Stormy. Like, I'm recorrecting you and shit. Like, what's up with that? Nah, bro. I'm telling you what happened from my POV. You telling me what happened from your POV. That's how we doing this, homie. I'm correcting you and your chat saying stuff. Bro, like you talking like a op. You know what I mean? Like talking, you part of the fam.
Now I'm an op.
That's how you talk.
Now I'm an op. You serious?
I say you talking like
Mainman, you and I have to have a conversation not on the air.
Whatever.
Because this right here is projecting something else.
No,
it's projecting totally something else.
Yes, it is, wrong, bro. You coming on my shit wrong. You
How did I come on your channel wrong? How did I come on your channel wrong?
You insulting my chat. You constantly saying I'm correcting.
I insulted your chat,
bro. When you go back and listen to the playback to this, Stormy, just remember, just listen to what you said.
I didn't say nothing disrespectful to anybody in your chat.
You said the chat is
they were ridiculing.
I said that you said that they're really ridiculing. I'm allowing that. That's exactly what you said.
Listen,
I'm allowing. I can't stop them from typing what they want to type. Stay out the chat. Talk to me is what I've been telling you.
I was talking to you.
Bro. That's you.
I was talking to you.
You telling me I'm allowing people to disrespect you? Why would I allow anyone to disrespect? We talking boxing, bro. Ain't nobody disrespect you once. About your boxing opinion? Stop taking it that way, bro. No, talk to me, man. We having a conversation. That's all it is, bro. It ain't you letting people disrespect you. You allowing this. Don't say nothing like that, bro. Because that sounds like op talk. That's what I said. Nah, man, we not doing that, bro. Like, we not doing that shit. Bro, we talking, and it's all love. I respect your opinion. I respect your point of view. When you say stuff about voodoo, I didn't go off the rail. I didn't say anything wrong. I'm listening to you. Now, if you say that I said your words wrong, which I don't think I did, but if you're saying it, then fine, correct me. Say it. Tell me what you're saying. But forget the chat, bro. I don't go on no one's channel looking into what their chat is saying about me. Never do that, man. That's disrespecting my people that's here. And you supposed to be one of them. They all see you here all the time, bro. You know that? You know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
All you got to do is go back to what my original comment in the chat was. That was my sole purpose. And then your other guy got off just as I was coming on. And I was like, oh, did he leave because I was coming on? Because I know some people don't feel comfortable being with other people. But I wasn't trying to.
Bro, they all got love for you in the chat. Stormy, they got love for you in my chat.
I wasn't trying to barge into your show.
It's not barging into my show, bro.
Some comments.
Hey, Stormy, lose that, bro. You're not barging into my. You part of the fam. The fam has always got a free entry on this platform. Where do you get this? I'm barging into your show thing.
No, I said I was not barging in. I said I originally wrote a comment and I corrected my spelling to say the word join because it said Hearn in my original statement. And I think when you saw that, you said, oh, there's the link in the chat. And then I click on the link. I was like, okay, because this is good conversation. But man, it totally went south. I wasn't there. That was not my intent to take that like that.
What made me get upset, Stormy, is when you said, oh, I'm allowing the chat to disrespect you. And they're saying all of this stuff again. Bro, we having a conversation. If they disagree with you in the chat, fine. This is boxing talk. You know, none of us all the way disagree with each other 100%. Who cares? Me and you are having a conversation. When you told me that Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury and his people maybe have done some sort of dark arts, I'm being receptive and I'm listening to you explain that. I didn't cut you. I didn't say anything crazy or none of that. So I'm receptive to that. I'm listening with an open mind, truth be told. So don't say that I'm trying to shut you down or chop you down in any sort of way, bro. Because when you say that, I'm like, okay, that's a good angle. I listen to everyone's angle. I never say nobody wrong. You know what I mean? That ain't how I get down on the channel. I'm not here to be combative with any of y'all. I'm here to hear your point of view and say, oh, okay, I hear you. Simple. So don't think that, bro. And when you tell me what you just said, bro, I'm like, okay, cool. I take that. I'm like, I'm gonna look at the fight or go back and look at shit and say, I'm gonna see if this even applies. But because it's coming from you, somebody I thoroughly respect, and you know this shit.
Can you hear me okay? Because a call just came in and my audio changed here.
Oh yeah, I hear you,
Hello?
good, bro. You crystal. Yeah, you
crystal. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it.
Yeah, you good, bro. I hear you crystal clear. Okay, I guess we lost Stormy, man. I don't understand why people be doing shit like that. Like, don't do that, man. Like, just keep it 100 with you fam, man. You know, all of y'all in this chat are fam. If any of y'all that show up and y'all come through on a normal, and you say, man, come, I'm gonna let you on. Y'all know this. Nobody ain't barging on here. I don't care what your boxing opinion is. I don't care what your point of views are. I'm here to have an open dialogue and discussion and let you air your point of views and even process them. That's all it is, man. I don't understand, man, how we even got there, man. I swear. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go into the chat and see what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. That's what they. That's. I'm gonna leave that alone. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shiz Big says, yo, Wilder says he was offered more money to fight after. I don't know if he's saying after or ate or as fuck. He was offered more money to fight. I don't know, man. All I know is I can't add no more reasons as to why Deontay Wilder lost that fight. I can't add no more reasons. I've heard all of the reasons. I'm done with the reasons. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, he lost. He got his ass whooped. In my opinion, he needs not to be bitter moving forward and leave it in the past. Anything else beyond that, that's Mainman's. Leave it in the past. Now, I want to see him get back into the win column just like everybody else. But I ain't about to sit here and keep stroking the ego of a fighter by giving him every reason under the sun to tell people why he lost. I don't do that shit over here, man. I respect Deontay Wilder, but he got to go out there and win he got to go out there and win. And that's on him. Everything that he said, he got to account for. He got to account for that shit. Not boxing fans. That's not my deal. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see. He says, Shamika Jackson says, how would they profit without AJ being part of the deal after releasing the $120 million? That was the whole reason Deontay Wilder went over there in the first place. He ain't gonna go over there for no. They tried. Okay, the first fight wasn't gonna be it was a 3-fight deal. The first one they tried to shove. I think it was Dillion Whyte, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Dillion Whyte they wanted to shove in his face? And then the next, because AJ was fighting, I think it was Povetkin during that time. And then the next 2 fights were supposed to be for AJ. So it was either 100 or 120 million. And then it wasn't like he didn't have to do the Dillion Whyte one. He could have took 100 million and just did AJ. I remember how that shit went like it was yesterday. But he decided not to do it because Lou DiBella was over in the corner making side deals. And he didn't have, and there was missing information from what AJ was going to make in them fights. That's what that was all about. That was all about. My thing is going forward, I want to see these dudes fighting each other. Period. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep hanging on excuses and reasons and all of this other stuff. I'm tired of it. I want to see AJ get this is this era's best heavy crop of heavyweights. And I want to see all these dudes mix it up. I can't hold my arms together and pout my lips out and say no, because he wouldn't give Wilder a fight back in the day. I can't do that. I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the best fight the best at all times. Damn, I needed this stream though, because this shit made me feel a hell of a lot better. Y'all made me find some energy I ain't even know I had. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. But much love to everybody, and much love to Stormy, man. I got love for Stormy. Stormy know he can reach out behind the scenes to me at any given time. I got a lot of love. Oh, you say resend the link? I ain't even see you there. Oh, hey, bro, I don't know what happened. You must have lost your signal. You know what I'm saying? It's right there in the chat, though, fam. Right there in the chat. They got my brother Knockout Boxing 86 TV on deck. Knockout, if you got time, you can click that link too, fam, and come on and give me some thoughts. I love to hear it, man. I've been listening to your channel a lot. Like what you and KC over there doing, man. Keep doing your thing, fam. Keep doing your thing. It's in the chat, Stormy. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. Knockout says, I think it was just misunderstanding between you two because y'all were talking at the same time. Y'all are both cool and great boxing minds. Hash it out. Oh, there ain't nothing to hash out. That's my motherfucking man. Like Stormy is my motherfucking man. We might be a little passionate in our discussion, and I don't want no one in the chat misunderstanding me. Like, this is my motherfucking homie right here. Like, Stormy can call me. Stormy got my 7 digits. That's my mother. And he's probably the only one, maybe one other person on this whole platform that can do that. So I want everyone in this chat and everyone that hears this to understand it. Don't misunderstand me. Stormy is my motherfucking main man, and he knows that. I ain't got to tell Stormy that. What's up, Stormy?
Yeah, I had a call came in and it bumped me off, and I didn't know how to get back in. You know, that's why I asked to resend.
Yeah, bro. I don't want you, and I don't want you to think that I booted you out or anything like that. Nah, I would never do that.
No, I've heard it happen to other people, but this is the first time. I don't usually do anything from my phone, so a call came in and it just took me out of the stream.
So. You sound crystal clear though. I tell you that much. You sound better than most mics. God damn.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's what, and I'm not even making it a point of being an excuse. I'm just more than things speaking of how everything went down collectively. But Wilder lost. I never said he didn't. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, oh, he lost because of this or that. I'm saying that what transpired, like when you mentioned what people were saying about Pacquiao's mom or whatever, when how she was over there doing that stuff is real, bro. I'm not saying it affected the bout. But there are people who practice that crap. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I knew somebody personally that family was into that. And I had to, exit stage left. It's like that kind of stuff is when you don't know and you can be victimized by that stuff. It exists. You know what I mean?
I do definitely believe it exists. I definitely, but it's just something that I don't know. I mean, it's just something that I never equated into my boxing opinion, if you will. It's not like you said earlier on. When I guess being from where we from, it's not nothing that first thing that come to your mind, like, oh, well, it could have been the dark arts of some sort or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, Stormy, when you add that into the mix of everything else, this is what I was saying to you earlier. It just, how does that look? If we add this in with gloves and water and breathing and everything else, how does that look?
But see, I never added anything. I said what exists, what happens. If you listen, all you got to do is listen to my post-fight, and you can hear what I had to say about the fight and how I summarized it and everything.
I heard it already.
Yeah, that was that. My thing was your guest was touching on some things that were like very key points about what was going on. And remember him saying like, Wilder must have pissed somebody off. Remember him saying that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's when I wrote my comment in the chat. I said, I don't think, I really don't want to repeat that particular comment, but I did write it in the chat, and it has to do with being a joiner or not. And it's like, there are levels.
I'm not dismissing it. I'm not dismissing that though, Storm. I mean, look, I do believe that element in society in the world exists. I truly do. In my beliefs.
But what happens is when they decide that you have reached your gamut, then a lot of things can be stacked against you that are they're out of your realm of control. You know what I mean? So when someone says something like, somebody did something, this wasn't right or whatever, it's like there are the undercover stuff can reach beyond your dreams because money is involved in all of that stuff. That's why, like, when I say it's bigger than boxing, it's like some people just don't have a clue, man. If they don't want you to win and you don't like land that shot on a guy's chin and put him unconscious, there are many other things that can come into play that will not allow you to win. So I think his chance was a puncher's chance, and from the auspices of which he was dealing with everything, and it came close.
You don't think the 238 had nothing to do with it?
No, because I think he had a chance to carry that for a while. Remember, this is not like he put it on in a couple of months and then fought. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's probably been carrying that weight most of this year. You know, they were supposed to fight last year, but he's been carrying that weight most of this year. So I don't think it came down to something like that. I think that at the end of the day, for him, he may have lost a lot once the bell rang because of anxiety, all that stuff being fired up. And, you know, it's like now you got to perform. That's why, like last night on the stream, I was talking about it would have been great if he could have got a couple of fights in between, you know, before taking this third match, because it would have gave him a chance to get back on the winning track. You know, a couple of soft touches like Fury did when Fury fought Wallen and Tom Schwartz in between their first and second fight. Because all that does is it gives you a chance to feel like a winner. It feels like you, whatever your coach and trainer was working on with you, give you a chance to work on that, get back on the winning side of things. But because he didn't have that, going from the loss to this, and now you gotta win. It's everything's riding. That's a lot of pressure. Pressure that the man ain't never been under before.
Let me ask you, and I'll present this to yourself and as well as Knockout. What the panel was talking about earlier about this count. Let me ask you this: do you think that Tyson Fury should have been waved off?
Do I think?
Yeah, because that was a good point that they were talking about earlier. That was a really good point. They were saying that in 2 fights, it could have been said that they should have waved it off after he was knocked out in the first one, and then the second knockdown in the third one. Do you think that the ref should have waved any of them off?
I really felt like the first fight should have been waved off because he was unconscious with his eyes open. That was weird. You know, it's like when the refs see that, knowing the kind of puncher Wilder is, he's supposed to think in the safety of the fighters. But that's not how that ref thought in that moment. But I've seen that same ref wave a fight off in the first round against a guy that got dropped. You know, it's like, okay, so it's like he's not consistent. But I felt the first fight should have been waved off. I know when I watched the third fight live, I did think Fury was taking a while to get up. But what was interesting was what Andre Ward said. Andre Ward was the one saying, that's a really long count, you know, and then when you go back and look at it, it was a long count. But during the midst of it all, I didn't pick up on it like that when it was live, but I did pick up on the look on Fury's face when he went down that second time. He had that look on his face like, do I really want to get back up? And it was like, you know, he took his time and it was a long count. But hey, man, listen, it worked out that way. You know, what can you do? You just throw your hands up. They went on for many more rounds, and then Wilder ended up getting knocked out. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's what happened. But, you know, he broke his hand when he dropped the guy the first time. It's a shame because he didn't have that same kind of ability to use that hand again later in the fight. So, you know, it's how things worked out, man, the law of averages. And I don't cry over the fact that he lost. I wanted him to win as much as anybody else wanted to win, if not more. But he didn't. And I'm okay with that. I you know, it's like I move on.
All right. Now, before I get the knockout, I got one last question for Stormy. And this question is huge for me. This is big for me, man. Stormy, I got to know the answer to this. I got to know the answer to this. Did you watch the Kung Fu Kids yet?
Yes.
You watched it. What you think, man? What you think of that joint? We got to talk about that one, man. What you think?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I told you, bro. Hey, that's one of my favorite ones growing up. The Kung Fu Kids. It's right here on YouTube. You can watch the whole movie, man. I was curious to know if you watched that joint. And that little boy that was real flexible and doing all of the bending and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who Shawty was, but he should have been somebody famous when he grew up.
Yeah, he was in a couple of other films, but with that guy they call Beardy. But yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. But I watched that months ago, man, when you first sent it to me.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, I must forgot then. Well, I'm glad you watched it, bro. We got to chop that up, bro. I love that movie. I've seen it a million times. Funny, it's slapstick in a sort of way, but it still got some good ass action in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me get over here to Knockout. Knockout, what's up? Knockout, man. What's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, fellas? Look, man, I'm at work, but I only literally got about 5 minutes, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to hop on such a good panel with two brothers I respect a lot, man. What's up?
Salute, Knockout.
Before we give it to you, I got to know, how about them Cowboys?
Look, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. We real, bro. We played horrible yesterday afternoon. We had turnovers. We couldn't convert in the red zone. We still got the job done. Knowing that means you're a good team. So we're gonna go rest this bye week, get ready, and then we're gonna have another 5-6 game winning streak, bro. You know what it is with me. We ain't going nowhere, bro. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be right here. But real quick, because I literally gotta hop back off. I just wanted to bring something to the table, and then I guess maybe you guys can cook on it that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. And I brought it up with KQKC on our morning show. Like, maybe we just have to understand that, like, Father Time is undefeated, bro. And I don't think people are talking about enough how old Deontay Wilder is. Like, he's 35 years old, bro.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, like, when you look at, like, we just saw what happened with Mikey Garcia, and he's 2 or 3 years younger than Deontay Wilder. He was out of the ring for almost the same amount of time, 19, 20 months. And he lost to somebody who had only fought outside of Spain 2 or 3 times, bro. The definition of a domestic level fighter. So if he can lose it, and then we saw Cal Naki, who's 32 years old, when he was 30 years old, 29 years old, he was throwing 1,000 punches per fight and beating guys. Now he's losing to Helenius 2 times in a row because age has caught up to him because of his style, and he takes so many punches. Deontay Wilder is 35 years old, man, and I know your power is the last thing to go, and we all want to root for him and want him to do well, but at the end of the day, he probably just got old on us, man. When this trilogy started, he was 33, 32 years old. It's been like 2 or 3 years since it started. Like, 35 is old, and then plus the extra weight. Like, I know, and I heard Stormy, and I thought this too. Like, yeah, he's been carrying that weight for a long time, but it was something off with his conditioning. Like, that can't be denied. That can't be denied that something was off with him, and he was tired from he boxed well the first 2 rounds, and then he all of a sudden looked tired, bro. He looked tired from round 3 on, and I get the point that there was long counts in the first fight and the third fight. But what I also say is, on the flip side of that, there were times in this third fight when Deontay Wilder was getting beat up from the 5th round all the way to the 11th round that the ref could have stepped in and stopped the fight too. So it kind of goes both ways, because let's just be real. Like, what round are you giving Deontay Wilder from the 5th round to the 11th round? If you really go back and watch that fight, which round was he competitive in, bro? He showed great heart. He showed great grit. He showed great determination. But Fury was firing off on his ass the whole back half of the fight until they finally stopped it.
He was the better fighter. He was the better fighter.
So with all that being said, I think we really need to start looking at fighters get old, even Deontay Wilder, bro, and maybe the best of his career is behind him so far. I'm hoping for another great 3 or 4 fights, but the man's closer to 40 than he is to 30 at this point, bro.
Do you still see him as the best heavyweight on American soil?
I mean, as of right now, most established, but like let's keep like, if you're going skill for skill, I mean, you got to look at guys like Jared Big Baby Anderson, who's not nearly as proven as Deontay Wilder, but right now I'd have to say yes, just because of what he's accomplished, who he's fought, his resume. But if you're going skill for skill, the only thing is, can they take his punches? If there are other fighters out there not named Tyson Fury that can take his right hand, then maybe somebody can be better than him. But right now, I still give him the nod as the best one on American soil, because no one's came up and proved it wrong. Like, you got to prove yourself to me before I can say you just better than Deontay Wilder, or you just better than Anthony Joshua or something. I think there are guys that have more skill, but I can't say that they're better than him because they haven't gotten in the ring and proved it yet. So for me, man, I think it has more to do with his age, being out the ring for so long, and then also the mindset of, oh, you about to fight with these Paffins? Okay, I'm finna change my gloves up too. Like, I got on to Anthony Joshua for having that same type of energy with Usyk. Like, why are you trying to dip down to 240 to match his speed instead of bulking up and trying to knock him out because that's your only shot? Same thing with Deontay Wilder. Why are you trying to match him, bro? You think his gloves are shady? You think that they're not gonna do well or whatever, or it's something wrong with them? Why are you trying to match fire with fire, bro? Just wear the gloves that you were gonna wear in the first place. And then what if, and this is a big what if he didn't hurt his hand? What if he had on the gloves that he was planning on wearing that were more protective of his right hand? What if he didn't hurt his hand? Then what? Then what are we looking at? So it's a lot of things that we can look at in the fight to kind of decide, how we want to do it. But I think we all have to, if we're being objective, we got to come to the same conclusion that Tyson Fury is just a better fighter. Maybe Deontay Wilder washes everybody else in the heavyweight division, bro. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But we can all admit Tyson Fury was just a better fighter than him, bro. He just had his number.
Wow. You think that right hand is going to be the same going forward? Or it's been broken a lot, man. It's been broken down a lot. Metal rods are already in it.
Yeah, I say yes until it's not. You know what I mean? Like, he's earned that much from me by he's literally knocked down everyone he's ever been in the ring with, right? Including only one fight. Only one fight he didn't get a knockdown, and that was a Tyson Fury second fight. Right? So he's knocked down everyone with that right hand that I've ever seen him fight. So until he doesn't, I gotta say he gonna have it, bro. Facts. You know what I mean? It's almost like one of those things where you gotta see it, you gotta see the shit not happen for you to believe that it can't happen. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and count on his right hand until I see him go to that mug and it don't put nobody down. Up until this point, it's put everybody down. So I gotta say it's gonna be the same until it's not the same, bro.
Damn, good point, bro. Good point. I hope it is, man. I know, like I said, I know it's been nicked up a few times, and I'm like you. I got to see it to believe it, man. And I still see. I got a hard time. And Stormy, you can weigh in on this too. I still had a hard time of thinking it's anybody. I mean, Jared Anderson. I don't know if he's ready. Charles Martin, Andy Ruiz, Kaunaki, none of these dudes. I think Wilder walks right through these dudes, and we might be.
Yeah, I agree.
Wilder back on top.
I agree, and I just typed in the chat. Look, man, I appreciate you letting me hop on for a short time. I got to get back to work. I'm going to hop back in your chat, though, bro. But great panel as always. I appreciate both of y'all, bro.
I appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Everyone, man, go check out Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. Great channel right there. Great channel, man. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, man. So, I mean, hey, Stormy, do you say you still see him as the best heavyweight on American soil, right?
Yeah. For right now, yeah. I need to see more of the other guys that we have coming up.
Yeah.
The one thing, Knockout made some good points on talking about the age factor and stuff like that, because it's like, man, you're right. When this trilogy started, Wilder was what, 33, going on 34.
Yeah. I ain't think about that.
It's like, man, time waits for no one. It's like, hey,
that's been that many years. Damn, for this trilogy. That trilogy ate up a lot of Deontay Wilder's career, man. It really did.
And don't you remember that was one of the things that AJ said about Wilder? He was like, I want to fight him when I be in a position to win. And that may have been what he was talking about, trying to age the guy out,
Remember, he told the reporter, "Dude, why don't you go fight him then?" You know what I'm saying? So we know what that's about, man. Hey, man, but look, I'm gonna shut this on down, man. It's been cool, man. I'm gonna go and take me some meds. I'm under the weather, man. So I'm trying to get through this thing, man. Man, I appreciate you, Stormy. Man, look, man, no matter how passionate it gets here on the panel, man, at the end of the day, behind the scenes where me and you at, man. So don't ever in a million years think, bro, you fam. I need you here. You know what I'm saying? You my motherfucking man. You know what I mean? So don't ever forget. You know what I mean? And I catch every show. I can't catch it live, but I always catch that playback, man. I caught the call-in show, great show, and I caught your post-fight Wilder show, man. Great show. Everyone,
I'm out here supporting you the same way. And let me explain something what I was saying about the chat. When I was saying the ridicule from the chat, because when I speak, I speak with sincerity. But I am not trying to make excuses for no one or anything like that. So when guys are saying, oh, I'm a clown and I don't know what I'm talking about, dude, I got over 15, 20 years working in the gyms. I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to talking about boxing. But when you're talking about something of an opinion about something, I can speak my opinion. But when I talked about the dark arts, I was saying that they exist. I'm not saying that that's why Wilder lost. I'm not stacking it on the heap of excuses that have been made about why he lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't do that.
Yeah,
That's not what
DJ Zion Love always come at me like that. He always brings up the spiritual element of that, and I never dismiss it. Like he does that fight after fight after fight all the time when me and him talk. So it's not nothing that's definitely not dismissed on the channel, and I'm sure folks in the chat has heard that on here before. That's not nothing to be dismissed. No, and I really believe that stuff like that do exist. You know what I mean? I just think in the grand scheme of things, that if Wilder came out and said something like anything like that, bro, they will crucify him, bro. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that, man.
No, and I think what Wilder has to do is accept the fact that his losses, and he now has 2 of them to Fury, it really comes down to him not being able to be better than Fury on the night that he faced him. You know what I mean? Because that's all you gotta do is be better than the guy that you're facing on that night. You know, and on 2 nights he was not able to do that. That first fight, they were kind of like right there. And the thing is, it's like some people feel Fury won that one too. But the thing about it is a draw in the record book. So, you know, it's like, listen, sometimes the guys you like or whatever, they're gonna lose. They're gonna have setbacks. We just saw Mikey lose this weekend. You know what I mean? And Mikey got a huge following. You know,
it happens.
So
man.
It happens. It happens, man.
That's all.
So, but I thank you for having me on. You know, we good. You know, no hard feelings here or nothing, man. I want people to know that
always.
Hey, man.
Bro, I'm all you know.
We passionate about our sport. We passionate and we talk, you know, passionate about our sport. And if we didn't, why be about it? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%, bro. And you already know. Everyone in the chat already know about Stormy B Man's channel. And if you don't, you better be over there subscribing and don't take no bull crap over there. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we know what it is, man, and we appreciate you, man. I need you here, bro. So always come on through, man. Anytime you want to get on the panel, man, the door is beyond open. You already know that. You know what I mean? So be well, bro.
And you know, it's the same. It's the same for you on my channel. You know what I mean?
I'm calling in next weekend. You believe that? You know what I'm
saying? No problem, man. No problem. And we got a big one coming up this weekend with Stevenson and Hearn. So can't wait for it.
Man, what you talking, man? That's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Much love to you, Stormy, man. I'm gonna catch up with you soon, man.
All right, peace to you, bro.
Same to you, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir, man. So yeah, man, everybody, man, I hope y'all enjoyed today's content, man, and much love to y'all, everybody that hung up in here with me. La, sis, I see you, sis. Thank you for coming on back, sis, man. La held the chat down. Much love to La D. Everyone that hears the sound of my voice, you go check out La D. That is fam right there, and she spits nothing but real spill. Y'all already know. I seen y'all putting something in the chat about Bud real quick before I get out of here. I can't get out of here without giving y'all what y'all asked for. I seen somebody earlier in the chat lay something down about what Derek James said. Oh, here we go. That was Last of a Dying Breed. Last of a Dying Breed came through and said, yo, Derek James just said that he thinks that Bud fighting the guy that Earl Spence took a lot out of. I heard those comments, bro. Derek James trying to run around here and go. They trying to water down Porter. They trying to water down Porter. That's what they trying to do. You know what I mean? We ain't going for that. Sean Porter told us that he's training in the mountains. He's up there doing everything he needed to do. He did a great job against Sebastian Formella. Even when Earl knocked him down, what did Sean Porter do? Jump back to his feet and say, let's go. Let's go. He wasn't hurt. He wasn't rattled. And then he went in there and he kept fighting. So now all of a sudden, Earl took something out of Sean Porter, all because he clipped him. You can't take nothing out of a fighter by clipping them. All right, Sean Porter fights that way each and every fight. So no, Sean Porter gonna bring it. And it ain't watering down Porter. But at the end of the day, this is all the foundation being laid to discredit Terrence Crawford. It's coming, fight fans. Don't be surprised when it happens. I've been telling y'all this. I told you I'm over it. I'm over it. I can ask people till the cows come home. Are you gonna give them credit? They're gonna tell you, yeah. But it ain't gonna happen. They're gonna dismantle Sean Porter. They're gonna break him down. Oh, he ain't did this. He ain't did that. He looked like this. He looked like that. That's what is gonna happen. Bud can't get credit. It ain't gonna happen. So this is why I'm at with it. I'm beyond it at this point. Until Earl comes back, you know what I'm saying? Until he come back, whenever he decides to come back, we're going to talk about Bud and Canelo. You know why I'm going to do that? Because the pound for pound crown is at stake here. Oh, yeah. Believe that. You know what I mean? So my thing is, if Canelo becomes undisputed and he wants to say he's number one pound for pound, and I'm sure his legions of fans are going to say the same old shit. Oh, he's number one pound for pound. Fine, let's settle this. Let's meet up. You was willing to meet up with other fighters. Meet up. That's how I look at it. If Earl ain't back in the mix by the time Terrence Crawford wrecks Sean Porter, he gonna stop Sean Porter. And y'all remember that started right here. Right here. I love when I hear people say it, because I remember us being the first ones to put that in the atmosphere, fight fans. So I love when I hear everyone say, oh, Bud gonna stop him. Bud gonna stop him. We spreaded that shit like the plague. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So at the end of the day, when he stops Sean Porter and be placed back, well, he never left it in my eyes, but officially, hands down, become number one pound for pound again, then what are we talking about? If the PBC fighters don't want to fight, if Virgil don't want to fight, then fine, bring on Canelo. Let's decide who's number one pound for real. Let's see if him and Canelo can meet up at, I don't know, 157, 158. Canelo ain't got no problem with doing that, right? How many fights did he fight at Canelo weights? So let's not get all, proper now and shit. Let's go there. You know what I'm saying? But as for Derrick James, he's just trying to they trying to big up Spence and act like Spence did all. Man, Porter brought just as much noise as Spence brought to him. The only difference was Sean Porter was falling short and he was overshooting and undershooting. That's the only problem. But Bud gonna stop Sean Porter and shut everybody up. We ain't going like that. This is the best Sean Porter. He's coming off a victory. He's happy. Look at him. He's training his ass off right now. You know what I mean? Sitting around in matchroom shirts. Y'all see the video that I did. It is what it is. Sean Porter's in a good place. You know what I mean? He ain't got no wear and tear. When the last time Porter been stopped? He ain't been stopped. How can anything been taken away from him? He ain't even been stopped yet. So come on, man. We ain't buying that shit. That's all the discredit my man turns Bud Crawford, and we know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going like that. Because the night that he knocks out Sean Porter, we going to be up in this thing, Club Mainman. Y'all can believe that. I'm going to have a disco ball hanging from the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? we going to have posters of Bud on the back wall. we going to get the music playing. Drink them if you got them. Roll up the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a celebration. You know what I'm saying? He say, Bud knocking. My man Stormy say, Bud is knocking Porter the fuck out. I like that, man. I like that. I agree with you 100%, man. Sean Porter want to be a commentator. He's talking about commentator. That's why he's walking around in matchroom shirts. You know what I mean? He's trying to sell himself. He know what's about to happen. He know. I told y'all when Bud do this, he gonna be at the table with his pops deciding retirement. They're gonna be sitting at the dinner table and having a decision to make. And I believe that decision is gonna be made. Sean, go off and be a great commentator. Be the next Andre Ward. Be the next Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? But it's over. You lost to everybody. You lost to all the elites, and Bud just stopped you. You got nothing else to prove. That's how I see it happen all day. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all, man. Excuse why I blaze content. Canelo, bring your ass to 157 for Bud Crawford. I like that. Why not? Why not? I don't see what he ain't gonna go up there and take on Bivol. And if he do, he gonna want to drag him to a catch weight. He ain't gonna take on Beterbiev. And if he do, he gonna want to drag him to a catch weight, like he tried to do before this current fight. So, it is what it is, man. Why don't you let's just settle this? That way we can end all of this. Who's the number one pound for pound fighter and be definite about it. You feel what I'm saying? Bud Crawford got some comments out here floating around about Canelo. We're going to put that in a vid. Oh, yeah. I'm keeping my third eye on all that, fight fans. Much love to the fam, man. Much love to you all. You know what I'm saying? Jay Graves say, what's up, Jay Graves? Bud is too many divisions under Canelo. But Canelo was talking about Earl and other. I mean, this is a pound for pound fight. You know what I'm saying? Why not? It's a huge fight. They can meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? If my thing is, why are we changing up on Canelo today? Why all of a sudden now Canelo don't want to do it? Now he don't want to fight at Canelo weights. Nah, go down to a Canelo weight, bro. You've been doing it your whole career. You had no problems doing it. You got the 168 and you did it the right way. Only because Avni Yildirim was for the WBC. We get all that. Your Avni Yildirams, your Callum Smiths, your Rocky Fieldings, you know what I mean? That's all well and dandy. You know what I mean? That ain't too much far off the level of competition that Bud been fighting. That's not the best at the class. That's not David Benavidez. That's not Jamal Charlo. You get where I'm going? So cool. If we're going to play this duck, duck, goose game, then come on and see Bud Crawford for the #1 pound-for-pound crown all day. You know what I'm saying? Jay Graves says, I'll be shocked if Canelo goes down to fight Bud. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. He fights at Canelo way. He does this. This is what he does. This is what he does. You know what I'm saying? So wow, I couldn't be shocked. Anthony Mazzano says, if Emmanuel Stewart was still alive, do you think that he would be a good trainer for Anthony Joshua? Man, if Emmanuel Stewart was still alive, man, he will be a great trainer for Anthony Joshua. He'll be a great trainer for any heavyweight. Boy, that Kronk style is official. That Kronk gym style is official. It literally gave Klitschko a whole new makeover. I mean, you go to Klitschko before Stewart and look at him after Stewart. Come on, bro. I mean, look, anytime that Sugar Hill, who's the nephew, taking those tools and applying them to Tyson Fury and getting results like that, man, that Kronk style ain't nothing to be played with. Anthony Joshua can definitely benefit from the Kronk gym. That aggression, the level of aggression that they teach knockouts. According to Sugar Hill Stewart, I gave Tyson Fury punching power. They were calling him pillow fist before he met me. He says, and I not only gave him punching power, I gave him technique. So imagine what that would do for Anthony Joshua. Bro, that'd be a match made in heaven. Too bad it's too little too late, and you can't do it right now. It's going to look like a sucker move if you run a Tyson Fury's trainer. Can't do it, it's off the table. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Real spill. I think that's pretty much all we good with tonight, man. Yeah. Napoleon says Emmanuel was one of the great throwback trainers all day. Probably one of the last. You know what I mean? Last of a dying breed. Damn, we got a homie in the chat named Last of a Dying Breed. Well, Emmanuel Stewart was one of the last of a dying breed. Real old school trainers. Get in your face, get in your chest, get in the ring with you, perform with you, move with you. Emmanuel will put them little booty shorts on. He'll get in there with the body thing on, man. He'll be in there boxing with them. He's just as coordinated as they are. Beautiful, man. Beautiful trainer, man. I can see some trainers, though, coming up. Derek James is probably the one that reminds me the closest right now because Derek James is teaching aggression and technique at the same time. And I think that Derek James is what I've seen him do with his fighters, nothing short of amazing. You know what I mean? I don't know what he does with a heavyweight. Haven't seen him with a heavyweight yet. And I'm interested to know if Derek James can translate his techniques to a heavyweight fighter. That would be interesting. But I think he's the closest. He's the closest. Everybody else is doing the twinkle toes thing. You know what I mean? That's why Tyson Fury got the hell away from Ben Davison all day. Thumbs up on the way out, fam. If you didn't hit it on the way in, share. I hope y'all enjoyed the content today. Salute to everyone that came through and rock with the homie. Salute to my homie DJ Zion Love. Salute to the homie Coach Kennedy. Salute to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Salute to Stormy B Man. Salute to everyone that came through. Salute to everyone that hit the chat. Thumbs up for me if you didn't hit it already. Hit it on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. I see y'all Thursday, man, for We Talking Boxing Live. It's going down. I'm racking up news story after news story to present to y'all, man. So let me get back to nursing my health so I can get back in front of the camera because I hate not being in front of the camera. I hate with this little circle, little yellow little thing right there in front. I want to get back in front of y'all, but right now I just can't do it because my health got me just down right now. So, and my adrenaline is starting to run low. So I catch up with y'all soon, man. Until the next video, much love to the fam, man. Peace out.